Section 9, reprogramming your mind and body with the 11 success principles. Okay, we're now at the business end of the program where we're now going to pull everything together and give you all the core information to increase your chances of success. So now we're ingrain the right thoughts and behaviors, starting with 11 success principles. Now, what we've done, you see in the written section, we're going into a lot of detail on these, but what I've got here is the snapshot from the success guides where we've put them all together. This is, as you'll see in later videos, this is so you can print them all off and you can have a snapshot of all the core important elements of the whole program in one sort of field of view. Okay, so the 11 principles. So the idea is that these principles get you thinking in the right way, to program your mind with the right behaviours, the right actions to increase your chance of success. So the very first one, principle number 1, is think of food as fuel and medicine. Remember this chart? You'll know this from the main programs. You're a highly complex biological mechanism that works on vibration. Higher vibration, the better you feel. You put higher vibrational food into your body, you feel better. And we want you to think of food as fuel. It's energy, your body needs it for energy. The higher grade fuel you put in there, the more energy you have. And that's done predominantly with the good for you foods. Of course, you can have, it's getting the right balance, but if you start thinking of it as energizing your body, it changes your perception of what you then put in. Okay, that's success principle number 1. Number 2 is eat to stay full and satisfied. And we've laboured this extensively in the earlier videos. You know that diets don't work because they make you obsess about food, because they don't take care of your biochemistry in the mind. So it's very, very important that you eat to stay full and satisfied. So it satisfies your brain chemicals, you feel full, you feel nourished. Extremely important. And again, predominantly with the good for you foods, because that stops you obsessing about being hungry and then raiding the food cupboards late at night. Okay, so that's principle number 2. Number 3 is wisdom. Work smart with intelligent strategies. We go into detail within the written side, but basically smart intelligent strategies is understanding. Go over the videos, the sections, so you get a very good understanding of how your mind and body works, that it's not about what you put in your mouth and what goes in your stomach. It's more about what's up here and how the biochemistry works hand in hand, the processes, how all these affect you. Okay, so the whole program is built on intelligent strategies. So it's think smart. Okay, it's much more than food that we're talking about when it comes to weight management program. Okay, so number 3 is wisdom, using intelligent strategies which work in tune with your body and take where you want to go. Number 4 is automate your routine. Now, every program we've got, including this one, is all based on habits. They're all about raising your vibration to enhance your health in some way. Now, by building habits, we want you to automatically, once you've learned them and trained your body, automatically do the things that make you feel good and raise your vibration. Okay, and with this program, to aid this, because we're not giving anybody eating plans, you must do this. We're saying no, everybody is individual. We're giving you the principles and the core information for you to then take that information and devise your own around all the sections, all the routines, all the recommendations that works for you, because you know your own body better than anybody else. Now, when it comes to automating your routines, the simpler you have it, the easier it is, let's say, for the next few weeks to get into a regular routine. Now, as an example, let's say there might be a couple of breakfasts that you use all the new knowledge you've got, in the food groups, to put together a breakfast that works for you, that makes you feel full, nourished, plenty of energy. Okay, rather than having to think each time what I'm going to have, if you get in the routine of, let's say, there might be a couple of breakfasts you regularly have, a couple of lunches that hit the spot, and then a bit more varied evening meal, the easier it is to stay on track and progress, the less you have to think about. And you'll find these particular meals that you absolutely love and you want to have every third day, or lunch, there might be just a couple of lunches. So it's like automate it and simplify it in the earlier days, because it's far easier to buy those foods and put them together when you've got a good idea what you're doing. So automation is your friend as you're adopting the new routine. Okay, principle number 5, waste is the key. Now, what I want you to do is ditch these, we dare you. I don't know why I have one, never use it. The scales, because they're misleading. So when it comes to progress, we know you'll do it out of curiosity once in a while. Pay attention to your waistline, okay? Use the belt to help you and get the tape measure out to measure your actual waistline. That's the true progress. Now, one thing that's very important when it comes to scales, where they're misleading. Now, we're obviously advocating you do exercise and movement. It's very, very good for you. Now, if you're using your muscles and toning your muscles, because they burn a lot of energy, a lot of foods, and it's very good for you, we've seen people do this. They start exercising, they tone up, their body weight doesn't change, but they'll lose a couple of inches off their waistline and feel absolutely wonderful. Now, scales won't tell you that. And we all know what really matters is when you look in the mirror, that's what you judge yourself on. Scales don't tell you that. You look in the mirror and you see a difference, or you put your belt on, it moves up a notch, you feel wonderful. So forget what the scales say, because your body's always fluctuating your weight, but your waistline is the true reflection of how things are doing. Okay, so waist is the key. Principle number 6, love yourself unconditionally. As already mentioned, you're a phenomenally complex being. The more you love yourself, it's crucial you love yourself, because it helps your well-being, it raises your vibration, and you increase your chances of success. And now, something we've put in the program, it'll make you laugh. It's an example with a sat nav. Now, if you think you're using a sat nav in your car and you're on a journey and you're in the wrong lane, or you just missed the turn in, what happens with a sat nav? It simply recalculates your destination and then gives you directions to get you back on track. Yeah, very, very calmly. Now, we talked about this in the diet section 3, but when it comes to weight management and dieting, what tends to happen, in fact, we mentioned how the best footballers and the best basketball players only hit around 50% of their shots or score in 50% of their games. Yet there tends to be an all or nothing mentality when it comes to dieting and weight management. And there's a lot of guilt and shame. One bad meal, one bad day, and people tend to beat themselves up. Okay, it's just the way it is. Now, the message here, love yourself unconditionally. If you have a bad day, bad meal, heavy weekend, so what? Think like a sat nav. Sat navs don't go, oh, you missed a turning. What are you thinking? You're useless. Oh, for God's sake, come on, pay attention. No. They calmly recalculate and get you back on track. Same with you. If you have a bad day, bad weekend, whatever, you're feeling off track, just take stock, recalculate, and get yourself back onto where you want to be anytime. Just think, okay, right, yep. Recognizing that, okay, I've gone slightly off track here. Where do I want to be? Just reroute and carry on and laugh about it. We teach people all the time in private sessions, coaching, with misfortunes, to laugh, because what laughing does, wonderful vibration. When you can laugh at misfortune, or where you may have screwed up with things, it desensitizes it, raises your vibration, and you can move on. By getting stressed about something, it lowers your vibration and it just actually reinforces it. Okay, so it's very, very important you love yourself unconditionally. Okay, bad days happen, just get back on track and smile move on. Number 7, it's a holistic process user supporting habits. Very, very important. As you'll know, we don't give this program away on its own, because in isolation it'll do a lot for you, but you're missing major aspects of it, particularly things like hydration, gut health, the nutrition, the exercise, even though exercise is included, and very importantly, sleep. These have a major bearing on what happens with weight management, weight loss. The advanced program, some of those habits make a key difference. People have emotional problems, comfort eating. Okay, so there's a much wider picture here. It's very important the habits that on the peripheries are looked after. Just the 11 essential habits themselves, when we did all the trials on the program, people lost weight. That's without this weight management program. Put all this in and you're destined for success. We're very, very confident. If not, as we always say, get in touch and we'll help you. If you follow everything and nothing is working for you, we'll give you guidance. Okay, number 8, create a friendly support network. Well, I think I've just covered that. Now, it's far easier if you've got people around you on the same team as you. Now, we know when it comes to things like the Diet Club, Slimming World, people like to go in pairs, small groups, and get to know others, because there's a little bit of sometimes shame and embarrassment. It's far easier to do it with others. Now, what we'd encourage you to get your friends and family, certainly the family in the same household and your friends, doing this with you or around you and supporting you. It increases your chance of success. It's human nature. And of course, we've got a community that's there for you that you can tap into, ask questions. Being around like-minded people who've got the same goals, look at the same end result, and are supportive, it can't be underestimated. It's very, very important. The more support, the bigger the support network around you, friends and family, the bigger the chance of success, and they can share in your success. You feel good, they feel good when it all happens. Okay, very, very important. Number 9, engineering your environment for success. Now, this comes from Spirit. Stephen's guide gave us this one, and because to increase the chances of success, it's adopting or change your environment to make it more conducive to success. I'll give you a very good example right in front of me. Now, when I'm at home, I've always got water. Having number 1, hydration. I've always got a glass of water around me all the time, as it will make me drink more because it's so important. Now, when in my van, I have a 2 litre bottle of spring water, always. So around me, I've always got that one. So I drink loads because it's there in my face, and I know it's a very good habit. Now, it's not in this video, but I'll do it. Be one of the bonus videos. I'll show you my kitchen environment and how that's set up for success. You'll see there's a fruit bowl. It's got the good for you foods are there all the time. I can just grab it. I've got a blender where I make my kefir smoothies every day, and I've got nuts and seeds around me. I've got a mini trampoline there, so you see my environment to do things, quick exercise, kettle's boiling, I'll have 2 minutes on the trampoline. Feeling a little bit peckish, I'll grab a couple of nuts. The environment is set up to increase my chances of success. And what we've done, the success guides, six of these with all the key bits of information from the whole program, where you can print off, laminate them, and stick them on the food cupboard on the fridge in the first few weeks. Okay, that's engineering success. So all the key things, you've got a constant reminder, because it increases the chances of you doing them. Okay, number 10 is slow down and savour your food. This is a major problem in the modern world. We're too distracted. A lot of mindless eating, where people put weight on because they don't know they're eating stuff. It doesn't register. One way, if you really want to savour food, put a blindfold on and eat a meal, eat some food, and you'll notice the taste more because you're more engaged. Put the TV on and you can be a little distracted, and it doesn't register in the same way. When they've done studies done with popcorn in cinema, people are distracted with with the movie, they found that people will eat stale popcorn the same as fresh popcorn. They won't notice because they're not fully engaged. So the message here is slow down and savour your food. Slow down. There's no rush to eat it. The slower you eat it, the more you like to get from it, and you won't miss your full hormone leptin kicking in because you're eating it slowly. I'm astonished how fast people eat these days. Compared to the average, I'm quite slow. But every now and again I catch myself eating too quickly. So try getting the habit of slowing down and removing distractions from your TV devices so you can just pay attention on your food. One of the best things on more than one level you can do is have a nice family meal, no distractions, so people are talking, enjoying the food in a relaxed atmosphere. Okay, so 10 is slow down and savour. 11, movement and exercise are your best friends. There's a whole section on movement. You know it's important. Exercise where you can. The more activity, the better. Go for daily walks, mini trampoline, whatever it is. But that it's also just exercise around the house, day-to-day things. One thing myself and Stephen always encourage people to do is when they go to the supermarket in the car, park at the opposite end of the car park and walk to the door. Just get in the habit of walking that little bit further. All these things add up. Dance around the kitchen, do gardening, lots of fidgeting. Sex is a brilliant form of exercise. I don't know if you've seen it, Essential Habit 11, orgasms. The benefits, the health and well-being benefits. Sex is not only an activity that raises the heartbeat, makes you feel good. The chemicals related to sex drive and sex, the hypothalamus, are connected to your eating hormones. So it actually reduces your hunger having lots of sex. You feel good. Yeah, I don't need to say more. Phenomenal benefit. But it's moving the body regularly, just small things, fidgeting, walking when you would always take the shortcut, using the stairs instead of the elevators, small things like that. It all adds up and makes you feel better. Okay, so there are 11 principles to start living your life by, which all raise your vibration and look after your body and make weight management and waste management much easier and increase the chances of success. Okay, right, so that's part 1 of your blueprint success. I'll see you on the next video, section 10 for part 2.